Imagine if you could come home every night to a menu that was personally crafted for you, and if all the ingredients that you needed to make that menu were already in your fridge. Now you can. I'm Millie Mittal, the CEO and co-founder of Mor.sl, an integrated recipe recommendations and grocery delivery platform that puts delicious, doable cooking at your fingertips. Mor.sl was built for Jane, a 28-year-old living in Washington, D.C. with her husband. After fighting fires all day at work, all she wants to do is come home and relax with a glass of wine. But first, she's got to get dinner on the table. She opens her fridge and finds nothing. Thinking through all the steps she'd have to go through to put a meal together, Jane heaves a sigh and orders takeout again. She loves cooking and wants to do more of it, but she finds that she's always unprepared to put a fresh and healthy meal on the table. Why can't she get it together? Well, it turns out that getting dinner on the table is hard. Sure, Jane could have searched through a bunch of recipe websites to find something to cook. She could have put together a shopping list and cross-checked it with her pantry. And she could have hauled herself to the grocery store where she'd make 100 product decisions, wait in line, and haul herself back home. In the meantime, her and her husband would have starved. And of course, she could have done this over the weekend, but where would she have found the time? Jane has a life. You see, the problem is that cooking is supported by a fragmented market. Unlike other industries like fashion and electronics, the food industry is still vertically segregated. So yes, you can go to any number of websites to get recipe inspiration, but little more. You build your shopping list separately, usually on a piece of paper. And of course, the shopping experience is completely removed from steps 1 and 2. In a word, this process sucks. Enter Mor.sl. Unlike other players in the industry, we approach cooking from the consumer point of view. We take that multi-step process and we streamline it into one intelligent and sexy platform. With Mor.sl, Jane spends a few minutes each week to make sure that she's never unprepared for dinner again. How does it work? Well, we've developed a smart algorithm that learns your tastes and preferences, and we recommend recipes and menus for you. Once you've finalized your menu, just click a button, and we'll have the ingredients delivered to your door through our local partners. So when a user visits the Mor.sl website, they start by filling in a fun quiz about their tastes and preferences. You can tell us if you're vegetarian or if you have certain allergies like soy or gluten. You can even influence your recommendations by thumbs-upping the recipes that you like, much like you can on Pandora, or thumbs-downing the ones that don't look so good. Once you've found recipes that you want to cook for the week, just add them to your cart to make a menu. And once you've finalized your menu, just click on checkout and watch as your grocery list magically appears. You can remove the items that you don't need, and in the pantry section, let us know if there are any staples you need to restock. Tell us about your shopping preferences. So if you really want organic products, just let us know. And if you love Kashi brand, tell us that too. We'll keep an eye out. You can also add stuff like milk and cereal to your list. Enter your delivery information and you're done. Sit back with that glass of wine while our foodie experts hand-select ingredients from our local delivery partners and have them sent to your door. How do we make money? Well, we've just made Jane's week delicious and doable, so she's willing to pay us $10 when she places an order. But perhaps more importantly, we've just sent Jane's valuable business over to our grocery delivery partners, so they're willing to pay us too. In fact, they'll pay us $50 for Jane's first order and an additional commission for every repeat order she makes. How do we make sure Jane keeps placing orders? Well, she's already hooked on our recipe recommendations, so when we start sending her a weekly personalized menu to her inbox that she can set and forget, she'll definitely opt in. With this double-sided revenue model, we believe we can earn $360 per customer per year. And once we've scaled our user base, we plan to open up a data portal to third-party players in the food industry so that we can monetize the valuable consumer taste, shopping, and cooking data that we're collecting. How do we get Jane to our site? Well, so far we've relied on organic growth through these channels. But as we move forward, we look to expand our relationships with our recipe partners through affiliate programs. So any one of them could embed this widget that says, shop this recipe on Mor.sl. And if they send us paying customers, we'll send them lead gen commissions. How many Janes are there out there? We're targeting 9 major metropolitan markets across the United States and believe there are 19 million busy professionals like her. And demand for cooking solutions amongst these markets is high. According to a recent Zagat survey, for the first time ever, New Yorkers are eating in more than they're eating out. Hard to believe, right? And that's why, and more people are turning to grocery delivery as a solution. That's why you'll find, especially in our target market of digital, affluent, urban consumers. That's why you'll find that in each of our target markets, there's a grocery delivery partner already up and running, waiting for us to plug in. Speaking of grocery delivery, I know a lot of you are still shuddering because it had a rough start in the 90s, but according to market research, the $6 billion industry is poised to grow 10% year over year. Grocery delivery is here to stay, and Mor.sl is well positioned to jump on this trend. Since we launched our recommendations platform in March, we've established a really passionate user base that visits us for 8.5 minutes at a time, a few times a month, giving us tens of thousands of data points about their tastes and preferences. We've developed partnerships with over 50 food bloggers and recipe publishers, including Williams-Sonoma, and we've been featured in a number of tech and media outlets, including TechCrunch and the Washington Post. Just last week, we launched our DC grocery delivery pilot with one local partner, and I'm glad to say that we're seeing a 12% visit-to-purchase conversion rate so far in 1 week. Our team is comprised of myself, Millie Mittal. I'm an avid foodie, food blogger, and I have my MBA from UC Berkeley. Graham Wallace, our CTO, whose enterprise software background has had him work for clients like Safeway and Winn-Dixie. And Tony Baldacchino, our chief web officer and UI UX developer, who's built consumer-facing web apps for celebrities and major sports companies. We also have an awesome list of advisors joining us, including Andy Applebaum, the co-founder of Seamless Web. We're currently raising a $500,000 convertible note round to help us expand into new markets and establish our native mobile presence. We've raised 10% of this round so far, and we're looking for visionary folks like you to join us as we revolutionize the at-home cooking market. For more information, please contact us at founders@Mor.sl or visit us upstairs. Thank you.